Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Cover Lovers. We are here again on another Monday, talk about our favorite incentive covers and store exclusives, and maybe not so favorite. So, what's going on, Mike? I mean, we are here. I know we're a little late because we were geeking out about SDCC. So, how are you doing? How are you and Dio doing?
We are good. Dale, how you doing? You're playing with all your cars there. Yeah. He loves that TV intro. He can't get enough of that. We're good. We're super good. We're just chilling. You know, Monday, getting ready for some cool books. There's actually some decent ones this week, and I sadly don't get to go to SDCC because I live too damn far away. So I'm the odd man out in this group that doesn't get to go chill out there. So I'm a little depressed about that. But what are you gonna do? Otherwise, everything is good here. How you didn't know who should talk? No Alonzo, no Steve, so you weren't sure.
Yeah,
who gets to talk?
I'll go next then. West Coast Big Rob. I'm here with Boba, right next to me. Happy to be here. I'm doing Monday night. Pre-Monday night is San Diego Comic Con, as Mike stated. Super excited for this week. Mom actually off starting tomorrow. It's today my last day of work, so 7-day vacation.
Lucky.
So I'm happy for that. To be honest, that's the best thing about this is just taking the whole week off. That's the best part. So happy to do that. Cover lovers. I seen the covers. A lot of good stuff actually. Not a lot of crap. A lot of good stuff this week. So that's a good thing. So you'll definitely like the deck this week. Jeff.
Can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah. So before we get started, you know, we got to give a shout out to our friends over at Cover Price. So if you want to get 30 days of unlimited Cover Price for only 99 cents, you just type in the code Nerdvana14. That's Nerdvana14. All right. And then if you want to get some Bird City Comic exclusives, you can get 10% off your purchases. And it's typing in TNH10 will get you that 10% off. And trust me, they have so many good artists and so many good books. So go check them out. And then if you go to displaygeek.com, you can get yourself some protectors for your Funko Pops. I almost said the wrong thing.
Get some protection.
Yeah. But for geeks, we all know what protection is.
These are the protectors he's talking about for Funko Pops. I got from Display Geek myself. So.
Yes, or you can get yourself some display boxes, stack them up, and you can get 10% off your first purchase by typing in Team Nerd Herd. All right, and then let's give a shout out to our wrenches, our 4 horsemen. We got Rudy, we got Something Wong, we got Deanimate, etc., and we got Glenn 2K12 from across the pond. Thank you, fellas. I cannot wait. I hope maybe Rudy will be there, so who knows? And then we're going to see Eddie for sure, so thank you to our resident DJ, Beats by Monster. Can't wait to see him. I know him and Steve are getting ready to leave tonight, so good luck and drive safe. All right, and then let's give a shout out to our chat. And look who's here first. We got GT Key Comic. What is going on, GT Key? And yes, we got Trish in the house. Trish, are you going to be at SDCC?
No, she said no. She said her 15 minutes are up. That is bullshit.
What? 15 minutes?
Your very long 15 minutes has just started. Relax.
We got Still Chilling in the house. All right, we got Dread as well. Thank you guys for dropping in. We also have the Promiscuous Time Traveler. Welcome back. Can't wait for you to check out and hear what you guys have to say about these books.
Wait, GTK, you were in the chat at 6:08?
I know, right?
He'll pop in the chat the day before. He always does that
shit. Well, and then we've got Inja the Beheader Binja. That's right, Steve. I said it correctly. What is going on, Inja? Thank you for dropping in. All right, and I think we're all caught up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Sadness.
15 minutes is not up.
All right, so I think that's it. You already did the Nirvana and all that, so it is time for Team Nerd Herd Cover Lovers for the week of June 16th. July 16th.
July 19th. Well, I guess. Well, yeah. I guess. Yeah. I always think about it like in terms of release day.
Yeah, release day, I guess it is the 19th, but the actual week is the 16th, right? Okay, so let's get this in the right. Where am I at? Where's my screen? There it is. All right. Oh, hold on. I got to move around a little thing. And all right, there we go. All right, so cover lovers and incentives for this week. What do we got? Void Rivals, number 2. We got the 1 in 10 by Mindy Lee, the 1 in 25 by Karen Darbo, and the 1 in 50 by Tula Lote. Mike.
Man, I want to like these more than I do because I love the idea of the series, but the Lotte is probably my favorite artistically speaking, just because it's more robot based and less human based, I guess. I don't really love any of these though, not for incentive anyway. And I think maybe that's just because I like her style. But I don't really know. The other two are kind of meh to me. They look like panels. They're kind of no to me. So Lotte, if I have to choose, but I really don't like any of them.
Well, I did see a Transformers number 1. I don't know if I remember it was an Ash scan or an actual early preview issue for the new Skybound at San Diego Comic-Con.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Thanks for that one. Okay. Jeff.
Wait, you were just talking about the Jetfire one, right?
The ones that San Diego Comic-Con, they're going to have the poster, that original poster they did as a promotional. It's going to be a cover, and then they have a Transformers 1.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm there with you. You let me know when you're going. All right.
Go ahead, Jeff.
We want to welcome in James Crider. He's saying the Lotte colors are always good, but nowhere near worth ratio. Still Chilling says likes the Lotte, just not for the 1 in 50. But for me, yeah, I do think the same as Mike. These are just kind of blah. And for
I agree with this.
Just for the ratios too, like the Lotte would be good, honestly, just for an A cover. I don't think it's anything super special. I love Lotte, but it's just whatever. And if I had to pick, I like the Lotte more than the rest, but the Mindy Lee's okay. So if purchasing wise, I guess for a 1 in 10 is probably be $10, $15, $12. So that'll probably be but they're just, it's not, I don't think anything worth getting. Sorry.
Everybody still wants the Skyfire. Yeah, I called it Skyfire. That's right.
Oh, it's Jetfire? Yeah.
I'll call you Jetfire, people.
Skyfire. How about you, Big Rob?
So that's hold on before we move on to that. The Skyfire is the 1 in 50 from issue 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they used it on the second print too, didn't they?
Yeah. So 1 is a sketch, and I think, right?
Yeah. So
it's got just a white background. I think they plainified the background on it.
So Void Rivals 2, the San Diego Comic-Con one, it has Jetfire on the cover holding the little guy, these guys in his hands. So he's on the con exclusive as well. So that's gonna probably be a big book. Yeah, I agree. Not all three are not really great. They're not bad. Just they're pretty generic. The 1 in 10 is at best a cover A or B. Same for the 1 in 25. The cover C has some merits to it. It reminds me of some other art I've seen in the past, like headshot variants from like maybe Star Trek or Marvel. Can't remember, but it's very similar to that. It's a 1 in 50. It's kind of pricey, but it is a 2 She does have a fan base that people buy up all her incentives. So I can see that selling for more than $50. So that'll be the one I pick. It's just the coolest art and it has actual value to it. The rest of them are probably be undervalued and they'll probably be $7, $10 at the most. So, all right, yeah, the 1 in 50 for me. Let's move it on. Okay. This is where I wish they had a title on the damn slide, Alonzo. The Vicious Circle, I think. That's that's why it's in the bottom left corner. Vicious Circle 1 in 10 from Lee Bermejo, the 1 in 15 by Luis La Rosa, and the 1 in 25 by Inhut Lee. Jeff, you first on this one.
So the Lee's okay, but it's not worth an incentive. I think the La Rosa is really weird, that the T-Rex. And I actually like the Bermejo, but it's busy, but I kind of dig the details though. I dig the lines. It's just, it is busy. So, I'd probably go with the Bermejo just because it's the cheaper one, and I think that I like the art a little bit more.
This is tough. I don't know. I think I like the Bermejo artistically the best.
Yeah.
As well, just based on all the detail of his general great use of light and shadow and that kind of thing. But I don't know. I like the action going on in the La Rosa, although it kind of looks like a Tarzan cover or something. I don't really know what this book's about. Maybe I'm supposed to. I don't really know. The Inhayek Lee is not very good at all.
Very generic.
Yeah, very generic, sort of interior panel looking. The Bermejo is interesting to me. I don't know what's going on there. I'm kind of interested in the book as a result. That usually means I like it the best. So I guess the Bermejo. He's also the best artist here, I think, in my opinion. So the Bermejo, and it's the cheapest. So again, gun to my head, Bermejo. But I don't mind the La Rosa. It's not bad. There's some weird perspective things going on in it, but cool colors.
So I'll do this first. The Eliminate Immediately to Inhayek Lee, that shit's trash. It's super generic. It is super common retailer exclusive bullshit. That is horrible. But the Listo Bermejo, the 1 in 10 is actually the better art, but it fails because it's also shared with cover A.
Oh,
that in that aspect, I would fail it, but it's actually the better art. I think it has the better color scheme, the better detail to it. I love the bottom panel, the bottom 1/5 or 1/4 of the book, showing the actual the Wehrmacht soldier from the German army and the knight. I'm assuming the German knight. So like in this dystopia battle zone area, that's a very cool battle war area. I don't know what's going on there. So that gives me a lot of different ideas. And I see the dinosaur in the background too for that one. But the better idea and maybe the coolest one is definitely the La Rosa, the 1 in 15. I get the jaw doesn't bother me as much because snakes do dislodge their jaw all the time to open their mouth.
Yeah, but those teeth are not T-Rex teeth. They're like baby T-Rex teeth.
Well, it could
It might be a Spinosaurus.
Yeah, it could be a different type of dinosaur, though. It doesn't have to be a T-Rex. It could be a variation.
Yeah. Baby shark.
I know that sounds super nerdy. Yeah, I know. It's like super nerd just entered the room, but I think it might be a Spinosaurus. I'm not really sure.
I'm not
looks
gonna
like a
kill,
Spinosaurus.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill him on the science because it was also just a fucking fantasy book, so the science doesn't really matter. So I think that La Rosa is the best cover, and that's your better value because it's also 1 in 15, so it has a little more prestige to it than a 1 in 10. I like the green vibe to the whole book. Even they dropped like a green filter over it in general too. So it is the one messed up part or fucked up part or funny part. It looks like he's stepping on his nuts 100%.
He looks like that's what the pain is from.
As soon as you can't unsee it. It's like looks like he's stepping on his nuts. So
or maybe a talent is somewhere he doesn't want it to be.
Yeah, deep inside in the
in the dark recesses of
yeah. So yeah, that's
dino colonoscopy going on.
Yeah, that's the one I would buy because I think it's the funnest one. But in general, I would not buy none of them. But if I had to pick one, it'd be the La Rosa for me. So.
And they're saying it's a raptor.
It could be. I would not even agree to that. To be honest, this is a very vague dinosaur. It could be a million different types, right?
That's true.
Even the damn bird, the pterodactyl, looks very different. I can't even tell what kind of flying lizard is that. So, all right, Something's Killing the Children, number 31. We're carrying on with this book that I think at this point everybody's done with. Nobody wants to read anymore. The 1 in 50 by Jenny Frison and then Julian Tedesco. The 1 in 100. I bet you a lot of people like, shut the hell up, I'm reading it. I just do this real quick for me, Jenny Frison, but I do like the Tedesco as well. But I think the Frison is cooler on this. I like the black and white with the color touches on it. It just looks cool. Mike.
There's nothing wrong with the Frison, but I'm a little sick of these. We've got so many, and they look so similar. And you get it on the cover. It's probably the B cover. I don't really know. So it's really hard to pay that kind of a premium for a Frison. It's banking off that original con exclusive, that color splash for the original one that everyone goes crazy for, which is fine, which looks a lot like this one. So it's the better cover. I don't mind the Tedesco. I certainly wouldn't pay 1 in 100 prices for it, not for this book anymore. Anyway, not with the print run that it's got. So I guess if I had to choose, it's the Frison, but this is not the Frison for the week. There's a better Frison this week, and this ain't it.
Agreed.
This looks kind of fine. Stock for Frison still blows everybody else away. But it's just okay. But I guess I'll go with the Frison. But what I'm actually going to buy is the regular B cover for $4 or whatever it is.
That's a smart move, Jeff.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Like, I love Frison, but Something is Killing the Children. I could probably put every single 1 through 31. There's a cover like this almost.
There is, yeah.
So
sometimes 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm over it. The color, the black and white with the blood splash. Then I'm over it.
At first, it was the beginning of every story arc, and then it was every cover, like every issue. So it's just too many now.
It's like after 16 or 17 or something like that. It just started.
That's about right. Yeah.
So I actually like the Tedesco. I like the skulls in the background. I like that he didn't overdo or over sexualize her body. It just looks like that's her. She's got a chainsaw. But I don't think it's worth the 1 in 100. But I would actually choose that over the Frison because I'm just over the Frison. I would get the B cover as well if I was gonna get the Frison.
But doesn't she look like in her face like somebody spiked her drink and she's falling asleep? It's like she's super drowsy as fuck. Look at her eyes.
In the Tedesco?
Yeah.
I guess.
She's like, and that feeling when you're in the middle of the day and you're falling asleep and you just can't stay up. That's the worst part.
I'm so sick of.
Killing monsters. If she was bloody and dirty, I could see that being she's tired. I just went through all this. Yeah.
Yeah, and James is saying it in the chat, what we've said before on this show. We hold these artists to a pretty high standard. Both of these artists, to be honest, but specifically Jenny Frison. I just expect more from her. And if I'm going to spend a premium on her books, it'd blow me away, and it should for that kind of price, because that's going to go for at least $100 because it's Frison again.
Tedesco's white T-shirt is way too white. It should be a lot dirtier.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to do a negative space thing there.
That's what I thought too.
And it failed miserably.
Yeah, it failed kind of miserably. Yeah.
All right. Up. All right. Night of the Terror, Superman. Yeah, number 1, and Night of the Terror is Wonder Woman, number 1. The Wonder Woman is they're both Dan Morris, and they're both 1 in 50s. So there you go.
Yeah, these are both design variant trash to me. I'm so over covers that look like this. These are a big yawn for me. I guess if I have to choose, I like the design of the blue one. I don't know who these characters are. I like the design of the blue one better because it's some creepy shit right there with those super long fingers. But yeah, I don't know. These are just noise to me. I'm over this whole trend. So they're both kind of trash to me. But the art's fine on both of them. Don't get me wrong. Mora did great on both of them. If this is what he was asked to do, he did it fine. But like I said, I like the design better on that blue one. But these are a no for me.
Jeff.
I am with Still Chilling and Mike as well. These are just bleh. These should be the 1 in 10s.
Yes.
I don't know why they're 1 in 50s. These are design variant all the way, just without the rest of the designs. I also agree. I'd have to choose the one on the left just because the contrast, like, is kind of messing with me on the one on the right. So, I mean, the one on the right, it's cool design of the character. Just maybe should have picked a different background.
Is that a female Dr. Fate? What is that? Wonder Woman as Dr. Fate? I can't tell what the hell that is.
I think that's trash.
It looks like someone, like maybe Shiva, who got a hold of different heroes' weapons.
Because isn't that Wonder Woman's like chest gauntlet, and then it's
could be, and then it looks like a
helmet and
Hawkman's mace, Green Arrow's bow.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting concept if that's what happened. But
yeah, it's this. Yeah.
No.
At least the blue one, I could see the background, what he was going for as well. At least he was trying to incorporate some depth, but yeah.
No, that's Mike and Jeff putting the best light possible on these two books. These books are trash, dude. Let's move on.
All right, I'll stop being positive, Mike. Nobody wants to hear that anyway.
No one wants to hear that shit. All right, Tales of the Titans #1. Javier Rodriguez at 125, and also Tales of the Titans #1. Fatima Wajid or Wahid 1 in 50. All right, Mike, this is your chance. Go ahead.
I can't tell if I hate both of these books or if I love both of these books. I like unique art that pops. I really like sort of that. I don't know what you call it. Sort of that advertising illustration rendering on the armor, and then the sort of like negative space mondo of the background for that left one, that Rodriguez, is some really cool stuff going on. That's the one I like better. I hate certain parts of it for some reason, but overall I like it better. The colors in the Fatima Wahid or Wajid is very Jen Martell-ish, which I also dig. So I like the colors there. I kind of like both of these covers in some ways and hate both of them in other ways. Like proportions are all weird and some really strange choices. But overall, I think because it reminds me of some of my favorite Michael Cho covers, that Rodriguez is the one I would go with. I think that's kind of cool and different.
Jeff.
Man, I actually, darn it, he started picking everything apart. So I was like, I actually like them both. For once, I can dig that these are incentives. The Javier Rodriguez is definitely a negative space that it's not like, all the other negative space as well. It's a little bit different pose. I like that it's a little closer up. And especially because of what he does with the outfit, it makes it stand out. I dig all of that. I actually like the Wajid as well. I like this interpretation. The hair, I get it. It feels like a 70s disco ball. So I really dig that as well. Oh, what would I pick though? I would probably pick. Yeah, I'd probably pick the Rodriguez as well. I really dig the outfit. I love the colors though on the Wajid.
Cool. Yeah, I agree with you guys in general. Everything you guys said, you're all guys definitely right. Rodriguez is better. Nothing wrong with the Wahid. They're both great covers in general, but there's a lot of imperfections, a lot of good things at the bottom of both. So, but if I had to pick one, I guess it just catches more interest when I look at it. Boom, move on. Night Terror's Nightwing, number 1, the 1 in 25 by Vasco Jorge Gorgio. Jeff.
No, it's not like terrible. Why is this a 1 in 25?
Yeah,
it makes no sense to me. They've got to pick better art to be on these covers for incentives. It's just consistently inconsistent.
it's a good way to put it.
So yeah, this is just a BC cover, maybe. Yeah, I'd pass.
There's a decent matina for this B cover, which is probably better than this cover this time around. But I get not using the matinas as incentives. So there seems to be one for every issue.
I think it feels like a common expression. It's a decent matina.
Yeah. In this one, the art isn't bad, but again, it just sort of looks like a really good splash page / A cover, but it certainly doesn't feel like an incentive. I just feel like they're picking the wrong, other than that last one, which actually those felt like incentives, but this one just feels like good line work, solid art, but certainly not a 1 in 25 level cover.
The artist accomplished what he intended to, right? Let's drink. Let's move on, dude. All right. I'm assuming this is Blade, and I'm assuming it's an issue 1.
Yeah.
By Carrie Andrews, 1 in 25. Mike?
I love Carrie Andrews' ability chameleon, right? Seems as though he's got so many styles, and I love that he can sort of morph his style into whatever the book is. And in this case, he does it again. This really cool sort of choices here, some Sienkiewicz-y kind of things going on down in the bottom. I like the integration of the trade dress. Certain parts of it are a little simple for Carrie, whose ability could sort of surpass that. But I like that the art style book matches the book rather than the other way around. Rather than trying to force his style into the book, he's forcing the book into his style, which is sort of cooler. So I really dig this. This feels like an incentive. I would not be angry at paying a premium for this. I actually kind of hope that I have a chance to grab this book on Wednesday. I like this one a lot. I don't know if I care about Blade again, although I love the character, but they've tried and failed a few times, and so hopefully they do him right. And I hope I can learn.
I agree. I was thinking Sienkiewicz as well for the bottom part of it. It almost feels anime-ish, or like what do you call it? Like a comic strip kind of art. Like it obviously in more horror though. But I get that feeling. So I dig it. Like you said, I dig the
like an animated intro to a cartoon.
Yes, exactly what I was thinking. Yes,
Yeah.
and like this is the Blade cartoon, and this is on like sci-fi or something, you know.
Exactly.
But I dig that the integration of the title, and that it's insinuating that it's drawn in blood. I dig all of that. So, and the fire basically going on behind him. I mean, it just looks like he just destroyed a whole town or something.
There's
so yeah. What was that?
Some cool little layers too. If you zoom in, it's
yes. So I dig it. I would say I would recommend getting one, or I would hope I can get one, but we'll see how SDCC treats me.
What's this selling for? I have a feeling this is going to be a hot book. What's this selling for?
Wait. I was gonna say in the beginning, to be honest, I was gonna be like, it's kind of mundane. I'm a jaded comic book fan. I don't care. But then I kind of looked at it through a different eye.
You like the lightsaber?
No, I thought of many different frames or shots from Dragon Ball Z when they try to show like these they're trying to tell you a story or a flashback, but very vague, very non-detail of a Saiyan like Vegeta or Goku or the Ultimate Super Saiyan, and they always give you like a very shadowy version of that character. With all you see is the highlights in his eyes, and he's very menacing in the background. And there's always like fire or something. Like he just blew up a city, and that's the same shot they show in this comic book. So it's instead of just think of Vegeta or Goku instead of Blade, but very menacing looking like Blade here.
Or Darth Vader.
Yeah, there's a little lightsabery.
Yeah, Vader, but the manga, the anime to me is what really caught my attention. So on that perspective, that type of frame of mind, I like it a lot more. As 1 in 25, I don't know, but I can see people definitely digging it. So it's definitely solid. It's not a grand slam or anything, but it's definitely
looks like it's going under ratio at about 20.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised to be honest, but yeah, it's a solid cover. Nothing great, but solid.
This is like Calvin and Hobbes if it was horror.
Hobbes is better. Star Wars The Rebellion #1, the 125 by Terry Dodson. Dodson here. Dodson. Jeff.
No. This is a no. Why is this a 1 in 25 too? Why? This is
when the B cover is way better.
I don't know if he's supposed to look like that, but he is like his fists look. I just no.
Yeah, you forgot to finish the hands.
My fists are a trap.
And look at her hands.
Yeah, no, her hands.
Look at her hands.
Yeah.
Look how small. Like is just funny.
Is he right live field but hands?
I think this is really hilarious. And then the white on white. I'm out.
I don't mind though.
Yeah. This is not his best effort. That's for sure.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, not his best effort for sure. Just white on white sort of just becomes noise again to me. There's better covers for this. There's I'm trying to figure out who this artist is. Who is it? Rod Rice. There's a really nice Rod Rice cover. It's way better. There's actually a B cover too, which is an Akbar cover, which is even also better than this. I think basically all the other covers are better than this one, so I wouldn't pay a premium for this. I'm surprised. Usually the Dodson is the regular cover, and the other stuff would be the incentive. So sort of surprised they gave him the incentive this time. But
are we sure this is 125?
Let's see.
It's very an addition.
Yeah, I think so because Midtown has it for $22.50.
Okay,
it's gotta be.
Ugh. It looks like they're going to. Huh?
There's a Lando Skiff Guard cover.
Yeah.
And then there's this. There's the Ryan Brown. That's the other. That's the really nice one.
Yeah.
That's a really. If you want a good Akbar cover, that's the one you want.
Yeah, the Lando's a connecting cover. I think that's why I got it. They looks like they're going to a whiteout party. You know those when everybody dresses up in white.
A toga party.
Toga party too. So yeah, it's not great. It's not shit. I'm not gonna say it's Terry Dodson art in the end. It's still solid Terry Dodson art. There's a lot of imperfections to it. The hands are both hands on both characters. Not something weird's going on, but it's still his art. I love his line work. I like his shadowing and his colors. But yeah, not one of his better work. So, but still the man in my eye.
And it just feels muted though. That's all.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have that punch colorwise.
Yeah.
The Ryan Brown A cover is the Akbar cover you want.
That is the cover you want. All right. All right. Harley Quinn #1 by Soso Micah. Well, how they did that? Somebody wrote it differently the other day. What was it? Micah
Sosa.
Yeah, Michael Sosa or Micah Sosa. Yeah. I was like, who is that? 1 in 25. Mike.
Yeah, she looks adult and trashy, and I like it. I I like Sozo's style. And I also really like the trade dress being that sort of like that ransom note trade dress is kind of cool looking. um, it's hard to do this whole black, white, and red thing and make it interesting, but Sozo manages to do it here. She looks trashy and sexy, and I mean, I love it. And her neck's a little thin, or maybe her boobs are just way too big. I'm not really sure what's up there, but yeah, I mean, I dig the overall look of it. It has kind of like that same aesthetic as the Adam Hughes Catwoman cover that everyone loves. This has kind of that same trashy feel to it, like that cover does. So that I could see similar fans wanting this to that. I think this will be a hot cover this week too.
What up, Kenneth?
Yeah, before I push to you, Jeff, I was gonna say for me it's almost a home run, but until I get to her nose, and I just can't dig her Michael Jackson nose, the no nose at all. I hate that shit. Draw a fucking nose. Everything else is perfect, but it's not a perfect cover. It's a 90%. Need the nose, Jeff.
Is this supposed to be one of those Night Terror books?
No, this is Harley Quinn #1. I guess volume million by now.
It's black, white, and redder.
Okay.
Harley Quinn, black, white, and redder, #1.
That's interesting.
We couldn't guess it on our own, right? So this is all black and white and red and white on the cover. So.
Yeah, so because I was thinking it gave me like vampire vibes with the lipstick and just how gothy dressed and stuff like that, but or the kind of way she looks, especially with like the nose. But I agree. I like it at first, but then I started picking it apart, and I just feel like her head is a little it's one or the other. Her head's too small for the body, or her body's a little too big for her head. It's kind of one or the other, and I can't. Yeah, but I dig everything else. It looks great. For the most part, great art. I love the background. Yeah, it fits the chaoticness of who she is. So I would still get it, even if I didn't like the head like that. But I heard it's going for a nice penny. So
don't worry, Alonzo probably ordered 10 of them.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
And some of them might be wet. So let's move on.
Damn, $100 and it's sold out?
Yikes! Yeah, I just looked at that same thing.
$100. That get bored, dude.
Nah,
a lot of those stop buying these books, bro.
Dude,
this is not a $100 cover. I love Souza Maika's work, but
no,
that's not a $100 cover.
This is all hype. This will
those,
be a fucking dead book in 6 months.
Some of those Catwomans were better.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a million covers better than this from Souza Maika.
Her best one is still the Red Sonja Valentine's Day special. That's still the best cover from her.
I would say this is one of the few rare covers with the font's actually better than the art. But
yeah, I agree. I love that they let her do that. I'm surprised they let her do that, actually.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. They should do it more.
They should. I agree.
Very Scrabble.
I always say the trade dress should match the art.
Agreed.
Wow, that's too much, Jeff.
I'm sorry. I was asking a lot. I know.
Moon Knight, City of the Dead. What issue? Who knows? Carmen Carnero, 1 in 50.
It's #1.
Number what?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then you guessed it right. Then Mike, go ahead.
I don't dig it. I like the idea, I think, but I don't love the execution. If that's supposed to be a carving, like in a wall, it just looks a little generic-y. There's not enough texture to it for it to work certainly not as a 1 in 50. Plus, my money's getting saved for the #2 variant, which is a Sienkiewicz anyway. So that's what I'm waiting for. This just feels like an A cover to me, and even then, not a very good one. I wouldn't call it trash because I like the idea and it's laid out well, but there's just no texture to it, so it's a fail.
Ditto. Jeff.
Yeah, it's not a 1 in 50. It's not terrible art. It's I actually kind of dig it. Feels very Tomb Raider-ish, poster-like, Indiana Jones kind of vibes.
Yep.
So I dig that. But like you said, I actually would have preferred if it was a 1 in 25. I would say then now you're borderline. But yeah, 1 in 50 is too much. I wish this was the B cover because then everybody could get it and I would be able to get one. But yeah, it was a pass for a 1 in 50. Not bad, just not a 1 in 50.
So they're doing a Sienkiewicz for issue 2, huh, Mike?
Yeah, and it's really cool looking. You'll like it, I think.
You already saw the art?
Yeah, you could. It's been solicited. You could check it out. Just do an eBay search for it, and you'll see. There's a couple of sellers that have them up already.
Yeah, just yeah, Sienkiewicz and Moon Knight. It's just that's gonna go bonkers no matter what.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think all the normal covers are pretty much better. Yeah, for the most part.
All right, from one generic cover to another. Black Panther, who knows? Salvador La Roca, 1 in 25. Mike.
Yeah, this is better though. I mean, yeah, this looks generic-y too, but I do like the black on black kind of feel to it. It just has a nice depth to it as a result of doing it well. It kind of reminds me of that Miss Marvel cover we looked at last week or whatever that was, Death of a Hero or whatever that book was. This would be super hard to get in high grade if it's a book you want. But a good solid piece of art feels again like an incentive. I guess it does. It's good, not great. I wouldn't pay much more than $10 or $15 for this, I don't think, but I do like the cover. I think it's a good cover. If this had been on a cover, I think everybody would have wanted it and tried to hunt down a high grade copy of it.
No way this is the final art. Where's the barcode?
Good call. You are absolutely right. There's no way it's on the back.
Yeah, and the Marvel
it's
logo
right across his face.
and the Marvel logo is a little different. I think the Marvel logo is different on the regular books. So, yeah, so this, I think the Marvel's stuff will fuck this up.
I don't know if I like it as much as Mike does, but I can appreciate how he put the black on black using blue as a shade within that black, and so I dig all of that. Kind of brings me back to the old Fantastic Four, what he looked like and drawn. He's black with the blue highlights, so that makes sense to me. I'm sure people are collectors of Crown, King, kind of covers as well, so I'm sure someone's gonna want this, but
Burger King.
Not for me necessarily. And I guess if it was a lot cheaper than a 1 in 25, yeah, I would be interested. But yeah, I'm not high on it as Mike is, so I would actually pass.
Ditto. Yeah, the shadowing is great, but it's just too generic for me. All right. Star Trek Day of Blood. The 1 in 10 or 125, I'm sorry. Barraza. Jeff.
Wow. He drew this?
No, God, no. That's got to be a photo retouch.
Right? It's got to be, right? Because that's too on the nose for each character. That's a lot of characters to draw that perfectly. So I like the concept. I dig that they all look like they're getting beamed up. That's cool. But if it's just pictures, I mean, what did he really do but just lay it out? So, and I dig Roz's though. But this is actually, I kind of dig it still though. I just like Raza. Yeah, 1 in 25. I don't know. I'm sure these are hard to get.
Mike,
he does enough to these photos to make you question whether or not it's real art or not, which actually kind of bothers me. He did this on those whatever those Knights of Ren books were.
Oh yeah,
Star Wars. And
are you calling him a cheater?
Everyone went apeshit for those. And I'm like, why, man? It's just all he did was retouch a photo. It just, I don't know. He's got two styles. When he does his own work, I love it. It feels lazy to me. I think a lot of people thought for a while that this was all original art. There's no way it is. There's just no way it is. This has to be photos retouched. It has to be. So for me, that's a hard pass. Don't insult me like that.
That's the Mike I like. He shits on Rosin. Doesn't give a fuck.
Hey, I test.
Yeah, I kind of want to go with you, Mike, on that, but I didn't want to leave with Jeff more. I actually do like it. This could be a monster book. It is number one, Raza. Everybody fucking just kneels at the floor of Raza. I agree with you. He's very imperfect and he does a lot of mistakes, but people love him to death. And the story, the actual storyline, the story, the guts of this book is, I think, it's a very hyped up story, and a lot of Star Trek fans are going to be looking forward to the story. It introduces of some new Klingons and or a new leader type. So this could be a really big book. It's a 1 in 25 issue, number one, of an IDW book. So I could see this being a $50 book or more.
Yeah, there's 2 for sale right now. Shipped, they're $45.
I think that's a good price.
Yeah, I think it'll go up from there because it'll be a ghost.
That's a start. That's a good starting price.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's very photo variant. He drew this is amazing, but I agree. I think he cheated. But yeah, I'm telling you, the guts going to be a big deal in the Star Trek community. So this is going to be a big book, I think, in the long term for sure. So I wonder my book. I don't think I'm getting it though. I don't think I pre-order it.
Look, if he really drew them, good God.
I don't know a single store that'll get 20.
Just Midtown.
Cities in my area.
Yeah, very few shops.
In my local area, yeah.
Yeah, your local area for sure. Yeah, there'll be only a few shops, but I think nationwide, very few shops. So
I agree. I don't think any of my shops around here are going to get it.
But I don't know how IDW does this, because they are pumping out 1 in 25s and 1 in 50s for Star Trek books consistently now for the last 6 months. Yep. So who's buying these fucking runs? Like, who's buying 50 copies? Or are they just doing it for the news press and not actually printing them? So I don't know.
That's not bad.
All right. I can see Mike's heart fluttering right now. Red Sonja number 1, foil variant by Jenny Frison. Let's go with Mike. Fuck
it. I mean, can you see the drool from here? I mean, this is obviously a book I've been waiting for months now. I saw it solicited for, whenever they released the image of it. I hate that the regular B cover splashes the Red Sonja right across her ass, which is, of course, what I want. So I need to get this version. I wish it weren't a foil, though. I wish it were just a virgin version of it. It
might work as a foil. That red foil tint sometimes.
It might.
Shiny.
It might, and I'm going to get one, of course. So at the end of the day, what started me on Frison was her original Red Sonja run. Given that I was already a Red Sonja fan, then I latched onto those covers. I grabbed all those. Now there's this. Like, this is my wheelhouse. Like, I should own more than one copy of it, probably. So this is my cover of the week. The regular version and this version. I think it's beautiful. Her understanding of musculature and the body, and I love the way she does the hair. For Red Sonja, I've always loved that. I could do without the sort of generic-y background, but I think that might take away from the character in this case. I do like the shield and the sword and everything. This is what Frison cover should look like, not that something is killing the children thing that we saw before. So this is beautiful. I think this is nearly perfect. The open mouth is a little weird to me.
I like it,
but I can dig it. Just because it's, I don't know that that's necessary. I almost wish there were more of a tough look on her face, but me, no fan in me, not the Jenny Frison fan in me. So the Jenny Frison fan in me likes the sexy face. The Red Sonja fan in me wants the tough face. But this is a beautiful piece, and I look forward to getting it.
How much are they going for on eBay, Mike?
Cheap. I think they're only like $20 or $25.
I think I want to get one. I think this is really good. I'm like, it kind of gives me Death vibes.
Yes. Yeah, it's as good as that cover. I agree.
You don't like Jenny Frizen's face on Red Sonja? I dig it as well. I actually, the one thing I definitely noticed first is the shading of the on the body, the muscular definition, the ribs, like all of that, like details, and it looks surreal. So I dig it. This is really cool. Yeah, as long as if the trade dress is as long as it's not like bothering me, I would get the trade dress. But I think Mike is probably right. It's going to cover too much. So because where would you put the trade dress on here?
It's across her waist, ass, sword area.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I guess they figured people wanted boobs more than butts, but they don't know me very well, apparently.
They don't know Alonzo either.
Again, like the one item that a lot of people, I'm pretty sure no one's
actually it looks like in the $50. Looks like it's more in the $50 range now.
Wow.
Oh, for real? All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the one thing that people are not paying attention to is probably her shield. I think her shield's really well done, and how it's mixed in with the background somehow. It's kind of like translucent almost.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like
an invisible shield.
Yeah, it's like blending in somehow with the background. So I think that's a really cool touch she did to the shield there. So that's something just totally that goes by the wayside because you look at the whole damn character. But it's a cool book. Well, I'm probably too late on the wagon on this one. So
I'll buy it anyway. I didn't even know this was coming this week.
Barbarella number 5 to 1 in 15. Mike's about to have a damn heart attack because he realized he has to spend $100 on 2 books by Selena. So go ahead, Mike.
Fuck. This might be her best one yet. God. Oh. What do I even say about this? It's absolutely stunning. I mean, come on. I don't even know if oh my gosh. I said I like the first one as the cover of the week. This might even be better, for God's sake. Oh, Lord, that's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with this cover. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's sexy. The detail's incredible. There's actually a background element for once. God, I mean, Jesus.
He's fritzing out right now.
Did I fritz out? Did I freeze? I'm just saying
it's the computer and you at the same time.
Yeah.
I just have no words. It's beautiful. It's nearly perfect. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm buying one right now.
It's almost perfect for me. The one thing that I noticed that just threw me off immediately, but I think still a great cover, is the background. I thought it was a ball of yarn for a minute.
You thought it was a ball of yarn,
or like an uncovered baseball. You know the yarn in the baseball.
Oh.
But besides that, it's a great cover. It's a win.
Someone hit a home run and knocked the skin off the ball.
Well, she did, obviously. She knocked the fucking skin off the ball.
Yeah,
it's a home run. So it's I can't even complain, even with that stupid thought in my head. Jeff.
Yeah. Okay. I dig that there is a background, but it's kind of whatever too. But again, the art itself is awesome. It's great. The details on the guns. I love the fact that she has the ripped suit. That's Barbarella all day long. I mean, if you ever watch the movie, you'd understand. And yeah, this is freaking.
Was it Jane Fonda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the poster that's on Shawshank Redemption.
Yep.
I mean, infamous. So yeah, this is really good. For a 1 in 15, it's gonna be hard to get, but should not be too expensive. But it's Selena, so who knows?
It's a great card. I do disagree. I think the Frizen's better for me this week, but it's still a great card.
Yeah, I think I like the Frizen better too.
Store exclusives, all done with the incentives. Not bad. This pretty good roundup this year, especially the last two. Made up for all those shitty DC covers. We gotta stop showing DC. Alonso, we gotta stop with DC.
Yeah, seriously.
They just ruin the fucking show every week.
Let's just call it the Dynamite Show.
I know that's when I do these. I refuse to look at Dynamite because I know all the covers are. It should just.
I would rather have seen all the Darkwing Duck ones instead of the DC ones.
Yeah.
Man, I thought I trashed DC. You guys like obliterated.
It
shouldn't even be on the show. It's ruining it.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's beginning to really just make it a downer, man. Stadium Comics, Nuno Pereira, the limited to 50, cost $60. Woo. This is obviously Archie. I see the R, so Riverdale. I'm assuming. What book is this? Do we know?
I don't know. Is Wednesday Addams goes to Riverdale? What is this?
That's what it looks like, which is a cool mashup. I dig that. This is going to sell out. This is Wednesday Addams going to Riverdale. So just on that aspect, Jeff.
I dig the art. I don't dig. Oh my god, it's 50 pieces.
Yep.
Yeah, 50 pieces.
I thought that was a mistake. I thought it was 500. My eyes thought 500. I was like, there's no way 50 pieces. Huh. So this reminds me of art that I see down Art Alley. Like this kind of art. I dig it. I just don't know if I dig it enough for $60.
It's one of them. To me, it's one of them books. If you see it at the con, I might snatch it. We'll see.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, if I saw it, yeah. Because it gives me that old school vibe of Archie. God, for the low 50, yeah, I guess so. I guess it would be worth it. I dig the art.
Yeah, this just gonna sell out, dude.
It should be sold out if it isn't.
It probably is. We're probably late to the party here, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, same, ditto. I mean, it's that kind of limitation with cool old school Archie art. It's hard to say no to, especially the Wednesday Addams look to it. I actually don't love the art itself overall, but I mean, all the other pieces kind of a slam dunk. $60, a little steep though. I know that it's only 50 copies, which is exactly why it's steep. So I think I would pass at that price point, but I could see this getting scooped up super fast.
All right, I'm pulling it up on Stadium Comics. So it's wait a minute. So prices were okay. It's probably 50 for the Virgin. Okay, so this is Archie Pop Art variant cover. Veronica as Wednesday Addams pre-order. So the regular trade is $14.99.
So look at this. It says 50 is the metal, is a limitation of the metal with the webs on the right. Left was probably a 200 print run.
So then the 2-pack is $60.
Okay, for a metal and the regular. Okay, for $60, that's not a bad price.
It's really not.
Yeah, that's the metal with the other copy. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's a good price for a metal, because most metals are gonna sell for minimum $50, probably 75 to 100.
The cover rate is horrible, and the B is okay, but yeah, it's if you just want the regular variant, it's $15, but the metal is $60. So, and was it still available? It is sold out. The metal sold out.
Not even surprised.
Metal sold out. But I think it's a really great art. The regular variant is $15. really reasonable, I think. So, what's the limitation on the variant?
The metal would look cool with that purple.
It's 250 on the regular.
Yeah.
Still very low frame run. So
Mike's saying is Mike Syke. He's saying it's usually 200, 250 for the regular stadium covers, and metals are usually 50.
Yeah, I'm looking at the website. It says 250. So, yep. All right. Boom. Unknown Comics, Anti-Hero Gallery, and the 616. This is covered by Ijukure. Dark X-Men #1 limited edition. We don't know. Cost $35 for both. I gotta look this up. Jeff.
Nah, I pass. I like his art sometimes, but this is too digital. Yeah, I just have to pass. This just looks generic. Why would I just don't know why I would get this from a store. And it's probably limited, 3,000, 1,000?
I'm looking it up right now.
Gotta be.
Minimum. So, yeah, Goblin Queen's cool. Not bad art, just really digital.
And they lowered their price from 45 to 35.
Which means it's not selling.
Exactly.
Which means they probably all think the same.
The version by itself is $30, so the trade price is $5.
Wow.
Nope. Too digital for me. Too digital, too flat. This is a big old pass for me.
And quite honestly, her leg looks messed up. Like, I don't know what kind of muscles create that in her thighs.
Well, if Dark X-Men was a pilot right now, all you hear is Mayday, Mayday. All right. Hellfire. X-Men. What book is this? I just saw it on the same damn website. What is this? Is Jean Grey? It's Jean Grey #1.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's by David Nakayama. The cost is $35 for the set. The Virgin's $30, and the trade is $15. That doesn't make sense. They lowered it from 45 to 35.
I don't just look at their butts either, okay, Alonzo?
Yeah. So yes, there's 35 for the set. It's we don't know the limitation on it. Go ahead and Mike, destroy this.
I like the Virgin. I'm super over the magazine cover thing. I don't even have any words to bash it any further than we already have on this show. But from the art perspective, so the Virgin one, I like it a lot. It's sort of what I want from Nakayama. That leg that's tucked under looks a little strange to me. Maybe it's just me not understanding the anatomy.
No, I'll break it down.
All that well, but it looks just like I love the colors. I love the colors. I love the sparkle. I love the I'm sort of over the whole Hellfire Club gala costume thing too. So like concept wise, I hate everything about this, but art wise, I really do like the Virgin one. I would never pay a premium for it, but this one I actually like. This is a Nakayama that I can get behind artistically, even though I can't stand the concept.
Oh, that kneecap's dislocated for sure.
Yeah, right. Like, okay, so I'm not crazy. All right, got it. Yeah.
No, you're not, Jeff.
No, that's actually the first thing I noticed. Like, I noticed that her leg should be going out a little bit further from underneath her leg, so it just looks like she has a really short bottom half of her leg.
Like, why even do that? Why even draw that part? Just have the leg extend off the page.
Just you shouldn't have put that in there. It looks odd, like he just added it in after the fact and didn't actually look at how it fits. So yeah, that's terrible.
Or the photo reference he used happened to have that, so he just went with it instead of just being like, "Oh fuck it, I don't want to draw that."
1,000%.
Probably. It looks like she's very Barbie-ish.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's okay. The one without the trade dress, the Virgin, looks better, but that leg bothers me, so I'm out. I'm sorry, David, and these Hellfire Gala ones, they've got to go, and I'm sorry that you have to make them.
There you go. Alonzo's on the chat.
Yes, I love legs.
Yeah, between I think we have the bottom half covered on this panel. The bottom waist down, we're good in this one.
The bottom half. Huh? There you go. A little callback to an old show.
Is that?
Godzilla.
Well, yeah. I actually,
is that our hashtag? Yeah.
Actually, to me, it's more of a callback to fucking the Gorn from Star Trek, to be honest. But that's just me. 616 so much.
Wow.
Well, if you don't know what the Gorn is, look it up. It's episode 19. Arena is the episode.
You gotta watch it if you have never seen it.
It's top 3, in my opinion. But.
And it's a big thing in the new Star Trek series. Ooh, Star Wars.
Ooh,
sorry. I watched Star Trek, so
somewhere in the world,
struck down by.
It's almost.
Somewhere in the world, JR's turning over in his grave, and he's not even dead.
Yeah,
I like Strange Worlds. It's a good show.
I know everybody tells me it's a great show. It's probably the best show right now on Paramount Plus. Everybody says, but
I like it. I like Anson Mount. He's a good actor. All
right. There you go. Red Sonja #1. Bird City Comics, Devil Dog Comics by Sal Miguito. Limited to 500. Costs $20. Pretty affordable. Mike, you're the Red Sonja expert. What do you think?
I'm sorry. Is it me?
Yeah.
You know that I don't like this cover, but I can see the appeal for those that like this style, the very anime
manga
style. Yeah, see, I don't even know the right words. It's just this is not for me.
I wasn't correcting you. I'm just saying it's manga more, but yeah,
definitely manga. Not my Red Sonja. Obviously, Frisson is the kind of thing that I'm looking for, or there's a Perillo. This is a hard pass for me, but I can see this being a hot cover for that group that like that stuff. But this is not for me. So I'm not even really sure if it's good or not, because I'm a bad critic when it comes to this whole style.
Hashtag this is not my Red Sonja.
Not my Red Sonja. Yeah.
No, Mike has a very specific way that Red Sonja should probably look.
Yeah, 100%.
And that would be like true to the nature of the comic book, which is more warrior.
Right.
So I understand what he's thinking when he says, exactly. I don't like these Red Sonja books.
The old Frank Thorne look. I mean, I love that look. I mean, she's tough and sexy at the same time. That's what I want.
Yeah. I need to be sending her cleavage. I dig it, actually. I kind of dig that. I've never seen a anime version of Red Sonja, so or at least one that I liked. So this is really good. I like it. I can imagine seeing this as a cartoon, an animation, so that'd be cool. Obviously, maybe a little. I don't know. I mean, she doesn't look like she can't be Red Sonja. At least she's not like overly smiley and overly sexual, so I can give her credit for that. So I actually dig it for $20 and only limited 500.
It's a great price at that limitation. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I dig the art.
Yeah, I totally agree with Jeff. Totally agree with Mike. For Mike's aesthetics, it's definitely not Red Sonja. It's not that warrior princess. But as a manga, this is a badass cover. This is a manga 100%. This is the aesthetics we're going with, and it's definitely going to play to that crowd. It's going to be definitely a winner for Bird City and Devil Dog, especially because of the price and limitation. And it's a manga, and manga and anime kind of rule the world, and that sells a lot better than anything else, to be honest. So this is going to be a hit for sure.
Sticks, are you talking the reanimated, the one that's like panels that move across the screen, the one that has the Frisson cover. Yes, I have that.
Of course he has it.
Yeah. If that's the one you mean, that's the one I have. Yeah.
I would watch this animation if they made one.
That would be different if there were a cartoon, like a manga cartoon. I might dig that. I don't know. Maybe.
Is that a play on Sony? Their sister Red Sonja.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like the style I would want to see it in is more like the manga or anime version of Star Wars.
Oh,
like that kind of animation for her.
Like the Visions thing? Like that
Yes,
Vision show?
Very much so.
Yeah, this fits into that 100%. The Star Wars mangas look like this too.
Yeah.
All right.
Red Sonja used to be spelled that way, by the way. The old Howard books spell it with a Y.
There you go. The more you know.
There you go.
And that's it.
Woo-hoo.
We're all done for the week. At least we come out with a decent cover for the exclusives, because the rest were horrible. So what we got this week on Cover Tunes, Cover Fire there, Mike?
So I pretty much gave away all of Cover Fire for the week, but that drops tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, depending on your time zone, over at CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com, where you can get a bunch of free info for your Wednesday warrioring, and my article is really just all the non-exclusive, non-incentive covers. And I love writing it every week. I love responding to comments, so throw a comment down and I will chat with you. Cover Tunes is on hiatus at the moment, but what I always get to mention every week is there are 210 issues of Cover Tunes to go back and read. There's no like time frame where those belong. So if you're interested in reading Cover Tunes, go over to CBSI and just look up Cover Tunes in the search bar, and you'll find 200 and some odd articles there, all kinds of topics. So go check those out and read at your pleasure, or don't. Either way.
Yeah, it'll keep you occupied until his next Cover Tunes.
That's true.
Yeah, Cover Tunes is definitely more topic driven. Fire is more time relative. So. All right,
yes,
cool.
Not weekly. Not a weekly thing that needs to be done on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thank goodness, right?
Is that it? Yeah, that's it. And we'll stop sharing. We're all done.
Woo-hoo.
Do you want to do the closing shots there, Jeff?
Yeah, man. So, wait, did you say, got you. Well, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. If you want to get 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents, you got to type in Nerdvana 14. Again, if you guys don't know anything about cover price, which I don't know what you're doing if you're watching this, but it's a great tool. Definitely keep track of your comic books, keep track of your collection. You can watch the values of them go up and down every day. So yeah, just if you want to try it, free trial, 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. Type in Nerdvana 14. And then we just saw a bunch of covers for Bird City Comics. If you want to get them, you can go in and save 10% by typing in TNH10. Again, you save 10% by typing in TNH10. And then, of course, our buddy at DisplayGeek.com, you can get 10% off your first purchase by typing in Team Nerd Herd. You can get protection for your Funko Pops, your action figures. You can get little display boxes for them as well. So go hit them up or go check them out. And SDCC is right around the corner. There's a bunch of different size boxes. He's already got ahead of the game, and he's already let you know which ones fit it. So go check it out. Again, DisplayGeek.com.
Awesome. What else? Is that it? I think that's all we got, right? Yeah. So, all right. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us. Any final thoughts, fellas, before we roll out? You're on mute, Mike.
Other than no artists were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Slightly, just a little slightly.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
I hope to see some of you guys at SDCC. I hope if you're not going, you get to get some exclusives online.
Online for sure.
And if not, just enjoy your week, because we are definitely going to enjoy ours. Seeing each other again, hanging out, having some good food, having some good fun, geeking out in sunny San Diego.
I'm super jealous.
I'm sorry, Mike. We really want you here.
One of these years, I'll be able to come. I
One
definitely
day.
will.
Yeah, for sure. It's getting hot though. It's getting hot. All right. We didn't have any rose covers this week. Oh my God, that's right.
No, thank God.
Oh, dude, I was so pissed we didn't have that My Little Pony cover last week. The one in 50, or was it the 150?
No.
The action figure one. Oh my God, that was a hot book last week.
That book was hot across all covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of them. The 125, the cover A, cover B. Yeah, all of them were crazy. My Little Pony, one shot taking over the world. All right. That's it. Also, I got. If you want to do it right, be a comic cover whore for life. Peace out.